If you're a founder, chances are you've told yourself you have a growth problem. But what if that's not the real issue at all? What if the problem is something more hidden? A slow, constant bleed on your resources that's making everything feel like total chaos.
Does this sound familiar to you? The business is scaling, the numbers are technically going up, but instead of feeling on top of the world, you just feel like you're losing your grip. You've got more customers, more channels, more complexity, and somehow less clarity and way more stress. You are not alone. In fact, that feeling is a huge red flag that your growth is actually out of control.
You know that feeling of losing control? Well, it happens because growth, when you don't have the right systems in place, just creates chaos. And guess who becomes the center of all that chaos? You. Every single decision, every conflict between your agencies, every little question about what's actually working, it all lands right on your plate. You become the bottleneck. And honestly, it's exhausting. And look, this chaos isn't just some vague feeling. It's a collection of very real, very painful frictions. Just take a look at this list. You're probably wrestling with crazy high ad costs, right? Or maybe you're not even sure which of your products is really profitable. Your team might seem like they're all pulling in different directions, and your cash flow feels more like a guessing game than a strategy. Sound about right? So here's the absolute key takeaway. The solution is not another marketing agency. It's not another piece of software or another big idea. In fact, you're probably drowning in all of those already. The real problem, the actual bottleneck, is that you don't have a system, an operating layer that can make sense of all the different moving parts you're already paying for.
To really solve this, we need to completely reframe the problem. Let's try looking at it through a new framework we call the consumption lens. Think about it for a second. Your business is constantly consuming resources. And I don't just mean money. It's consuming your time, your team's effort, your personal attention, and a massive amount of your emotional energy. This isn't about what you buy. It's about what your business burns through every single day, just to keep the lights on.
And that right there leads to a pretty powerful realization. You are already paying for growth in so many different ways. The real issue, the one that's causing all this stress, is that you have leaks. Your business is bleeding these precious resources, your attention, your team's effort, your cash, in places you probably can't even see. So where's your biggest leak? This table breaks down the most common patterns. Just take a second and see which one of these really hits home for you. Are you a fragmented operator, paying a bunch of different agencies who all give you conflicting advice? Or maybe you're running a founder-dependent shop, where literally nothing moves without your final say, leading to massive decision fatigue. Figuring out your pattern is the very first step to plugging that leak for good.
Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem. It's not about a lack of growth. It's about these hidden consumption leaks. So now, let's talk about the solution. A system that's specifically designed to consolidate all that consumption and give you back control.
This is the transformation we're talking about. I want you to just imagine going from a world of conflicting opinions and a dozen different dashboards to a single, clean operating layer that turns all of that noise into clear, simple decisions. Instead of you being the bottleneck, you get a system that does the heavy lifting. This isn't about getting more data. It's about finally getting answers so you can make better decisions faster.
Just let this question sink in for a moment. Seriously, go look at your P&L. Look at all the agency retainers, the ad spend, the software subscriptions. How much of that money is truly buying you clarity and control versus just adding more confusion to the pile?
And this is the key. A consumption consolidation layer is not another line item on your budget. It's designed to replace the inefficient spending you're already doing. So for example, instead of paying for one-off research reports, you get recurring usable intelligence. Instead of wasting your precious time in endless planning meetings, all that effort gets absorbed into a structured decision system.
Let me put it as simply as I can. We're talking about a reallocation. It's about taking the money, the time, and the attention you're already spending on all these fragmented, confusing activities and redirecting it into a single, unified system that actually delivers control. Now, this might sound like a massive overhaul, but the path to getting this control is actually incredibly straightforward. It's a clear, three-step journey we've designed to take you from feeling completely overwhelmed to being totally in command of your business's future. So here's how we're going to get you there. First, we diagnose. We become detectives, basically. And we find all those hidden leaks of money, time, and effort. Second, we redirect. We take all those scattered inputs and consolidate them into one coherent operating layer. And third, and this is the most important part, we institutionalize it. We build a lasting system so that control doesn't depend on just one person anymore.
It gets baked right into the business, setting you free to finally lead.
Ultimately, the goal here isn't just about better profits or faster growth. It's about relief. Real, actual relief. It's about taking that immense operational load that you've been carrying around in your head for years and transferring it into a reliable business system. This is how you finally get to step back and lead instead of just managing the chaos day to day.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Think about all the wasted spend, the sleepless nights, the missed opportunities that are all caused by confusion. Now, if you could replace all of that expensive chaos with calm, profitable control, what would that truly be worth to you and to your business? The answer to that question? Well, that's where your journey to real control finally begins.